All right. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like school discipline these days is a little lackluster. Now, I grew up in the 90s, and by no means am I saying that our school punishments were the worst. I mean, we can't compete with those kids in the 40s that were getting hit with wooden paddles and burned with cigarettes or whatever the hell happened back then. But it seems like these days, a teacher can't even yell at you if you're running in the hallway. Now, little Aiden, let's not run. Can we use our walking feet now, please? Hell, if a teacher saw us running in the hallway back in the day, they'd be liable to huck a fucking loafer at the back of your head. Stop running in the hallway, damn it! What do you think this is, a Kmart? You can't just do whatever you want in here. So today I'd like to go over some of the school punishments that were fairly popular back in my day. And we'll start off with something light. We'll start off with a little game that we used to play called popcorn. And how you played popcorn was, the teacher would arbitrarily pick a child to read out loud to the class, and if you weren't paying attention and you didn't know where we were at in the book, well, your little attention deficit ass had to stand up like an idiot for the rest of the time. So you'd be sitting there with your weekly reader, paranoid as hell, waiting for the teacher to call on your ass at any second. The internet will be everywhere like crack cocaine in the 80s. All right, that's enough, Eric. Shut the fuck up. Rupert, it's your turn to read. Read, Rupert, read. Oh shit. Rupert, were you fucking off and not paying attention? No, I know where we're at. Hold on a second. Rupert, you are fucking with my emotions right now. Even though dial-up sucks ass. No, Rupert, that's not where we're at. Stand the fuck up. Stand up right now. Everybody take a look at Rupert's not following along ass. What a fucking piece of shit, am I right? And that was just like a regular thing that we'd do. Just a little public humiliation at 9:30 in the morning. No big deal. Now, another thing that I remember doing a lot back in my day was putting my goddamn head down. Now, I don't know about you guys, but every now and then my entire class would turn into loud, obnoxious assholes, and my teacher would have a fucking meltdown and make us all put our heads down. All right, everybody, let's calm down. We're about to take our geography test. All right, fucking that's it. Lights off. Put your heads down. Put your goddamn heads down, you bunch of wild animals. What do you think this is, a fucking Kmart? Now you guys will sit there quietly and watch me smoke this Newport menthol, and then we're gonna do this goddamn geography test. You hear me? And then we just sit there with our heads down for an indefinite amount of time, like we're hostages in a fucking bank robbery. It'd be like kids falling asleep and shit. Ah, shit, what happened? Are we still being loud little assholes? Now, of course, if our teacher wanted to take it up a notch, she could always option with the good old-fashioned written penalty. And those were especially popular after a heads-down incident because, well, our teacher's nerves were basically shot at that point. Somebody would, like, fucking fart during a spelling test, and she'd be like, "Who was that? Who the fuck is trying to take a shit in my classroom?" "I'm sorry, Mrs. Sanders, it was burrito day at lunch. You get your ass to the chalkboard, and I want you to write, 'I will not shit in class,' 500 times. And then we just continue on with our spelling test like nothing even happened, while Rupert's ass is over by the dusty-ass Windows 95 serving his punishment. All right, the next word is aardvark. Arthur the aardvark is a pussy. Aardvark. You keep writing those lines, Rupert, or I'm gonna break my foot off in your ass, you hear me? All right, shit, goddamn. Now, of course, the granddaddy of all school punishments was getting sent down to the principal's office. And one of the dumbest reasons I've seen a kid get sent down to the office was for calling our teacher by her first name. Now, this was apparently a huge deal to everybody back in the day. It's not like it is now, where a kid can be like, "Hey, Rick, can I sharpen my pencil? What the fuck?" No, to us, our teacher's first name was like this giant mystery. We didn't even know if they had a first name in the first place. Well, imagine our surprise one day when we're standing in line at lunch and we see a paper taped up on the wall that has all of our teacher's first and last names printed on it. Well, this blew our little fucking minds at the time, that's for sure. Holy hell, Mrs. Sanders' first name is fucking Becky? Now, I don't know what possessed this kid to think it was a great idea to address our teacher by her first name, but it didn't go too well, needless to say. Excuse me, Becky? May I use the restroom? You better get the fuck out of my classroom right now. What? I am Mrs. Sanders. I don't know who the fuck a Becky is, but I am Mrs. Sanders. Now go down to the principal's office before I huck a shoe at your little insolent ass. Now our school principal was like every school principal in America. She was a mean-ass lady that had a man's first name as her last name. That's how it was in the 90s. I'm not sure why. But chances are you're sitting there and your fucking principal was named Mrs. Henry or Mrs. Gregory or fucking Mrs. Bob. All right, not that one. That one's stupid. Anyways, our principal's name was Mrs. Joseph, and she did not fuck around. And when you're in Mrs. Joseph's office, well, you knew your ass was gonna get detention, and you knew her ass was gonna call your parents at some point and be like, "Hey, it's Mrs. Joseph from your kid's school. Hey, did you know your kid's been a little fucking asshole all day long? Yeah, it sucks ass. Can you hit him with a paddle? Maybe burn him with a cigarette? I don't fucking know. That's how I was raised." But the worst thing that she'd make you do is she'd make you go down to the lunchroom and help the lunch ladies clean up. And I have to say, our lunch ladies were massive fucking scary-ass lunch ladies. That shit would turn into a scared straight program pretty goddamn quick, let me tell you.
What the hell are you down here for?
I I farted during the spelling test.
Oh, so you're a big tough guy now, huh? Well, hold my inside-out pocket, you little bitch. We're gonna mop the lunchroom.
Oh, God, she's so hairy and strong. But hey, whatever. It deterred us from making a ruckus, and we fucking held our farts in while we were taking our spelling test, all right? So in the end, I suppose I should be thankful for going to school in the 90s. I think I was right there in the Goldilocks zone of school discipline, if you will. I mean, we weren't on one end of the spectrum where teachers talk to you like they're a fucking Teletubby, and we didn't have teachers knocking over bookshelves on top of us and shit. The end.
Brewstew.com